In this video, you will learn how to make a man worry about losing you using 5 powerful psychological steps. So if you're in a relationship and feeling taken for granted or unappreciated, and you want to remind him of your value and importance in his life, then you must make him fearful of losing you. You see, if your man never worries that you would leave him or that he could lose you, he will never love, value, and appreciate you the way that he should. That's because when a man is overconfident and has no fear of losing you, then he no longer has to work on securing your love and attention. And when that happens, it's easy for him to take you for granted and underappreciate you. And too often, this happens when a woman has overinvested in a relationship and put in way more effort and energy than her partner. I'm psychologist and relationship coach Dr. Antonio Borrello, and I've seen this happen to hundreds and maybe thousands of women. And I can tell you this, when you complete the 5 psychologically based steps that I'm about to show you, you will be amazed at how quickly things turn around and he will be showing you his love and attention more than ever. And that all starts with number 1. Number 1. Jump out of the insecurity loop. When you feel like he's taking you for granted or that he doesn't appreciate you, it's natural to feel hurt and even angry about it. After all, you probably worry that his feelings for you have changed and that he might be slipping away. And so you talk to him about what you've been feeling and you hope that he starts to show you the love and attention that he once did. Sometimes talking to him is enough to temporarily turn things around. But unfortunately, too often, he will get defensive and try to deny what you are feeling. He might tell you that you're being too sensitive or too needy. And when he doesn't validate your feelings, you start looking for more proof to justify what you feel. And this can result in you becoming extra sensitive and noticing everything that he does differently or things that he no longer does. It's like you are looking for evidence to prove your point. And when you find it, you reaffirm your insecurity and you bring it to his attention again because you want your feelings validated. Then he gets defensive and accuses you of complaining or nagging, and the cycle repeats itself again and again. So step 1 is to jump out of the insecurity loop and let go of your anger for now. That starts by making yourself a promise that you are not going to bring this topic up again, at least not yet. Instead, give yourself a break from worrying about it and talking about this issue for a period of 2 to 4 weeks. So despite how you're feeling, you must not let him know that you are upset or sad or worried. And in the meantime, you're going to be doing these steps in order and giving them a chance to work. Now, step number 2 is a game changer. It works like magic, and that's no exaggeration. But you must do this step correctly, so pay close attention. Number 2, adopt an indifferent attitude. Indifference is the trait of lacking interest or enthusiasm in things or people. It's basically feeling apathy. When you feel indifference for someone, you neither like them nor dislike them. You just don't care one way or another. Now, acting indifferent towards him is the most powerful change agent that you have. It works so well because it is what men are most afraid of. That's because indifference is the opposite of love. And nothing is worse than knowing that a person who once loved you doesn't care about you at all. That indifference means that you could walk away from him and never look back. Again, acting indifferent is the most powerful change agent you have, but it's also the most difficult tip to pull off. That's because it requires you to act as if you really don't care at all one way or another. So you're not angry with him and you're not ignoring him. Instead, indifference is how you would behave if you actually didn't care at all. So what does that look like? Well, for example, you wouldn't be texting him and asking him how he's doing. You won't be reaching out to start conversations, but you aren't ignoring him either. Instead, you simply respond to his questions or texts in a kind but short way. You wouldn't be asking to see him, but you also wouldn't be disappointed if he didn't try to see you. And you would not be ignoring him because you wouldn't be angry. But at the same time, you wouldn't try to further conversations or engage in any type of flirting. You are simply going to be responsive in a very platonic and polite way. And you wouldn't be upset if you didn't hear from him either. Trust me, he's going to notice within days and maybe even within hours. And he's going to start asking you what's going on. He's going to start panicking, and that's what needs to happen. He has to worry that you don't care about him like you did before. But just be prepared. He's going to protest and try to trigger you, and he's going to want to talk about what is happening. He's probably going to accuse you of things, but you just continue practicing indifference and hold off on talking about or reacting. He has to be convinced that something has changed in you and that you no longer care like you used to. And also, this is not something that you're going to tell him. In other words, you aren't going to tell him that you don't care, but your actions are going to show him that something is very different about you. Number 3, prioritize your fitness and glamorize your looks. It's not uncommon for couples in a relationship to put on some extra pounds and make the gym and their personal fitness less of a priority. People get comfortable with one another and place less of an emphasis on being in their best and most attractive physical shape. So if you've gained a few pounds and you don't have the same hourglass figure that you had when you met your man, getting back into shape is something that he will certainly notice and appreciate. So make working out and physical fitness a priority. Make sure he understands how important this is to you and that you have particular fitness or size goals to meet. Now, he should be happy that you are making these changes, but he's also going to know that you are going to be more attracted to everyone, other men included. So don't be surprised if he makes comments or asks why you are trying to look so good. And in addition to prioritizing your health and fitness, you're going to glamorize your looks. When in a relationship, it's common for people to get so comfortable that they let their appearance fade. If this resonates with you, it's time to start glamorizing the way that you look when you're with him and when you're not with him. So dress well, make sure your hair and your skin is glowing. Look your best. And he's going to notice when other men are paying more attention to you, and that's going to remind him that other men find you attractive. Now, if you are a person who is always looking your best, consider making a change in the way that you look. Perhaps you can change your hair length or color, or change your style of clothing or your makeup. Just make sure that it's enough of a change that he will notice, and it's a change that makes you look sexier and more glamorous. Now, the psychology behind these changes are twofold. First, he's going to be wondering why you've made this significant change in the way that you look. He's going to be questioning why it's so important for you to look better and why you want to look different. And he's going to question if it's because you want to be attractive to other men. And again, this is going to provoke just a little bit of fear that someone else could take his place. The second thing that happens when you change the way that you look or the way that you dress, he's going to be wondering if you're also changing your feelings and if your feelings for him are changing. So please, don't underestimate the power that a small physical change can make. Number 4, resurrect your social life outside of his. Go out with your friends and have fun again, away from your man. Do something for you, like take up a new hobby or do something that you enjoy. And this forces him to recognize your independence and that you're not just sitting by the phone waiting for his calls. Remember, one of the most important things that men find attractive in women is independence. He's got to know how full and complete your life is. So when he calls last minute to make plans, oops, sorry, I already have plans. This will make him prioritize and plan his time with you. He has to earn back that high priority status. So make other plans and he will start to remember how you used to be available for him when he prioritized the relationship. Number 5, raise your standards and expectations. When he notices your changes, he's either going to step up his game and become more loving and more like he used to be, or he's going to bring up what he's noticed and want to have a conversation about it. And that's perfect. And when he does, be clear and honest about what you want and what your expectations are for the relationship. This is when you're going to give him examples of when you felt taken for granted. This is when you're going to explain the differences in the way that he's been behaving. So be clear and tell him what you need. Now, I should say that if you're dealing with a man who is playing mind games or manipulating you, these tips probably won't work so well. So click here to watch a video about the signs that he's playing and using you, or click here to watch a video that YouTube thinks that you'll enjoy. And please smash that subscribe button to get more videos that will help you build great relationships so you can grow happy together. I'll see you in the next video.